peaches, 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 peaches. I love you.
Boom, you looking for this?
Well, you know what movie we're covering. If we're talking about peaches, well, I guess we could be covering Ice Age. But we're going to be covering the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So, yes, it's we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, spoiler warning for those of you who have not seen the movie. We will be talking spoilers.
Lots of spoilers.
Yeah, it's been out for a day now, so, I mean, yeah, fair warning. But still, spoilers. Anyway, what did you think about it?
I love this movie.
Yeah.
I don't see what the critics were talking about, man.
Yeah.
Really.
I think I didn't really read what many were saying, but from somebody I know, he said that they said it was like a rushed plot almost. Like it didn't have it was rushed and it didn't have any like deep plot elements. I guess it kind of just felt like it was thrown together.
Dude, it's a Mario movie.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect?
What do you expect? I mean, this has been going on. I mean, this franchise has been going on for decades.
Yeah,
and I mean, you can't do a Mario movie without a lot of fan service, and I wouldn't call it necessarily fan service. You just have to have that stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a huge Mario fan. Like I grew up on it, but like Mario Kart's one of my favorite games. But like, still, I'm not like a huge Mario fan, and I did not mind the fan service. Like, it's not so far above your head that you can't pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a casual Mario fan, I'd say you can pick up most of it. And there's probably stuff I missed.
Yeah.
That bigger Mario fans would have caught.
Yeah,
which is cool. I like that about this movie.
Yeah, but yeah, I like you saying. I don't see where the critics I don't see what they were talking about.
Yeah, I think the last I saw was like a 55%,
which is ridiculous. This movie does not deserve 55% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, I really don't have any serious gripes with this movie.
Yeah, I don't either. And to go ahead and get this out front. If you're watching this review and you haven't seen the movie yet and you're worried about what the critics are saying, go watch it. I don't think I can recommend a movie more. I don't think I can recommend any other movie more than this movie right now.
Yeah, I mean, just don't. I mean, I would say in pretty much every case, don't buy into what the critics are saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll look at the critic review.
Same.
A lot of times, I'd say it's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
But this time, I think they're off, and I think every movie should really go in with try and form your own opinion.
Yeah, obviously don't go in, with too high of expectations, because I feel like if you always go in with high expectations, you're always going to be let down. There have been very few movies that have never let me, like one movie, Avengers Infinity War is the only movie that I went in with high expectations and I was not let down. That's the only movie. So definitely go in with expectations, but I mean, remember, temper it and then always be excited after, because that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like if you've seen the movie at this point, which hopefully you have, I feel like most theaters are probably going to be pretty packed for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an enjoyable experience. I mean, we saw it on Thursday. I guess this video coming out on Friday. But
yeah, we saw it on Thursday night. It came out Wednesday originally. We saw it today on Thursday, and the theater was pretty packed for Thursday night for where we are, because movies, they're not that big of a deal.
They're making a comeback,
but
I'd say.
Yeah, they're making a comeback, but we don't have like an IMAX. Like it's not just a big cultural thing here. Like we love movies, obviously, but yeah. So it was pretty packed, and I was shocked about that originally. But then after I watched the movie, I was like, it deserves. It's standing room only. It needs to be standing room only.
Yeah. I mean, I think really my standout performance was Jack Black
as Bowser, dude. Jack Black as Bowser, he stole the show.
Literally, dude, it was perfect, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and Chris Pratt, I know a lot of people were worried about him being Mario.
No problem.
Dude, I loved it, man.
Yeah, no problem. I thought all of the main characters from Mario to Luigi to Bowser
and Peach,
to Donkey Kong. All of them were like beautiful.
Yeah, perfect casting.
Yeah, perfect casting. Like obviously you have Chris Pratt as Mario. Who played Luigi? I actually don't. Was it Seth Rogen?
No, I think he was Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay. So then who was Luigi? No, y'all can let us know in the comments.
It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's like.
And then we got Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, dude. Bro, I'm just gonna say it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like we had elements of Super Smash Bros in there and Mario Kart. Like
yeah, the Mario Kart. I'm happy they leaned heavily into Mario Kart.
Yeah,
there's a whole pretty much a couple scenes there that Mario Kart dedicated. I like that.
Yeah, So obviously the performances were great. I mean, I can't recommend. I don't know, like voice acting was not a problem. Like sometimes you can watch an animated movie that's like well animated. Like this movie looked beautiful, by the way.
Dude.
Like one of the most beautiful animated, might be the most beautiful animated movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was gorgeous, and it's just really cool seeing Mario on the big screen.
Yeah, it really is, dude.
World.
Yeah, when those curtains pulled back and I saw Mario for the first time, because it opens up with this like commercial that he and Luigi made for their company in Brooklyn, and dude, that commercial was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. It was started off on a good note.
Yeah, it started off on a good note, and then we continue in the movie. They get transported to Mushroom Kingdom. And then you meet Bowser. You actually meet Bowser at the beginning, but then you meet Bowser again, and he's in love with Peach. That was the best part about the movie, because I thought he was just gonna be some like ruthless dictator type character, but his whole motivation was he got the star just because he wanted like Peach to see it. He's like, Peach will finally love me,
and she's like, heck no, dude.
She actually bamboozles him though. She's like, look, if you don't hurt any of my toads, I'll get married to you. And then she ends up bamboozling him
and freezing him, dude. I think another thing that I really liked is how accurate it seemed. I mean, I'm no Mario expert really.
Yeah.
But it seemed to me like it was pretty accurate to the games.
Yeah, and I honestly have no idea. I didn't know, like I knew Mario and Luigi were like plumbers, but I didn't know they were actually like real people in Brooklyn or whatever. So like I don't know. That was kind of weird to me, but yeah, it seemed pretty like accurate to the game. And I feel like the people who are in charge of Nintendo, like kind of like we were talking about with The Last of Us, if you watched that show review from us, like they kept it very original and added very little.
Yeah, I think it was well done, man.
Yeah.
And I think it was cool how, like, the very beginning of the movie, I guess it was like, I mean, it was before the movie technically started. It was like a nod to the old games.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, too. I mean, I think they really did keep it true to the story.
Yeah, and I guess we can address some of the gripes, like, that the critics had. I mean, obviously the humor was funny. I laughed
at everything.
Yeah,
dude.
I thought every joke landed. There was that one point, and you'll like when Bowser's singing a song about peaches. It caught me so off guard because I didn't know that was his motivation, and so I was dying, dude. Like I almost cried. I was laughing that hard. So the humor was great. Obviously voice acting, as we've already talked about, was fantastic. Pacing, I didn't have a problem with it. It's an hour and 30-minute movie, which is pretty short these days.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like for an animated movie, it felt good.
Yeah, it felt good for an animated movie, and like they were jumping from place to place, but I didn't really necessarily have a problem with it. And as for overall plot, I don't like Mario and Luigi get transported to Mushroom Kingdom or to the world of Super Mario.
Yeah.
Not the real world, but the world of Super Mario. And Luigi gets lost in the dark world or in the dark lands or whatever they call them. Like, and so Mario's like, I got to get my brother back.
Yeah.
And so like that was kind of the overarching theme for him, and the theme of like we're better together was a big theme.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the critics were getting that it doesn't have like a tie together plot. Like it was just kind of thrown together. I don't know where.
I saw on Twitter where somebody was like. Luigi and Mario's relationship seemed so forced.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, they're brothers. What do you mean?
Exactly. I don't get where they were like, I don't think it was forced. I really don't. Like,
no, I mean, they just seem like brothers, dude.
Yeah, they seem like brothers, and like a big thing is how like Mario has protected Luigi throughout his entire life, and then like at the end of the movie we see them like working together, and Luigi they both get the superstar and they go ham on Bowser. Like that was cool to see.
I really like. I mean, there was a lot of just funny moments, inspirational moments when like Mario's and Luigi's family was kind of like you need to learn when to give up or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. And
later on, Peach was like, well, it's kind of a good thing that you never call it quits.
Yeah. After
determination.
After he beat Donkey Kong in the Super Smash Bros. Tournament.
That was a cool scene, too.
Yeah, that was a cool scene. There were so many cool scenes. Like, I thought that was so sick. And then at the very beginning, where you first see Mario and Luigi just talking about, like, the elements that they kept from the game. Like, they had a 2D platforming element where, like, Luigi's falling behind, but Mario's ahead, and he's helping Luigi out in there. Like, it was sick to see. Like, obviously, we got to see a 3D platforming scene with whenever Mario first trains, but still. And also another thing, they leaned heavily into the power ups. Like we saw the regular mushroom power up, the mini mushroom power up. We saw the I forget what it's called, the raccoon power.
Yeah, and then the cat Mario.
Yeah, cat Mario. We also saw obviously the fire and the ice. But
it was so good, man.
dude, it was good. I'm so excited, and they set it up for a next one.
Yeah, that's true. The post credits, both post credit scenes slapped hard.
Yes,
they were beautiful.
Yeah, if you know, just stay for the post credit scenes.
There's two of them.
Your favorite scene in the movie will be continued in the first post credit scene.
Yeah, the mid credit scene, and yeah, I guess critics were kind of saying. I mean, I didn't look too much into it either because
I just think
when they were that low, I was like, man, I don't know.
I didn't believe it. I was like, I'm shocked this movie doesn't have 100% Rotten Tomatoes, and they're like not recommending it to High Moon. Like, it just seems like a movie that critics would fawn over, you know?
And the part people were saying about it jumps too fast back and forth. I mean, that's Mario, dude.
Yeah,
you go to different worlds. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, and you're constantly going through movie wise, I guess I can see where people would get lost, but I mean, I'm 20 and I was able to keep up with it pretty well. Like, I don't have to be a movie critic to see that it's kind of sequential. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing. I mean, they were just setting up different elements of the games.
Yeah.
And I think they made it work very well.
Another thing that I really liked about this movie is, like, it didn't have any, like, underlying, like, themes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was genuinely just good for a kid to go watch. Like, it wasn't trying to, like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't, like, in Puss in Boots, for example, they had a whole scene where, like, with bleeped out cuss words from Perito or whatever.
Yeah, I see what you mean. There wasn't, like,
they weren't trying to, like, sneak little innuendos in there.
I mean, it's famous in Puss in Boots, the Shrek verse.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of adult jokes that
exactly
go over kids' heads, but I didn't, I mean, like you said, this movie's very kid-friendly.
But it was still funny.
Yeah, and it was still really funny. Like, you don't, I mean, stuff like that is funny in a kid's movie. But if you're concerned about that, I mean, really, I didn't catch anything.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't catch anything either, but maybe just went over right over my head. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I exposed myself. But seriously, though, like, I honestly, what do you rate this movie as we close?
I don't know. I mean, out of 10, I'd probably give it a 9, dude. It's just a fun time.
I think I'd give it a 9 or 9.5. Definitely the happiest I've walked out of a movie theater in a while. I have to say that.
Yeah, probably low key since Top Gun, dude.
Yeah,
and we didn't walk out of that one. We drove out of it.
Yeah, we went to a drive-in theaters, but honestly, seeing Top Gun or the Batman, no, probably so the Batman. And then Top Gun. The second time I watched it, I was still... and then the third time I watched it, Top Gun's a beautiful movie. But 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. So we're looking at like a 9.25 out of 10. So that's a nice... That's
pretty high.
It might be my movie of the year.
Look, so far.
It's my movie of the year so far. I don't know if I give it... I don't know. How many movies have I seen this year? I don't know. If I've seen 2 movies, it's definitely number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking. I don't know, man. I mean, to this point, yeah.
Yeah.
But I really think Guardians. Chris Pratt again.
Yeah.
Mr.
True.
Blue Sky himself, dude.
Yes, that was also in this movie. Dude, the song selection was good. They had "Take on Me."
Yeah,
there was just a lot of like funny nods. Dude, whenever like they show up to the Jungle Kingdom. And the gorilla wearing a sports coat, like, takes them on a journey to the castle. Like, it was just sick. It was just sick to watch. Yeah. They're on Rainbow Road.
Yeah, and shout out to King Boo.
Yeah, King Boo.
The man that always destroys us in Mario Kart. Diddy Kong.
Yeah, Diddy Kong was in there. I'm trying to think. We didn't see anybody else that I know of. Well, I mean, obviously, at the very end, we got Yoshi.
Yeah, dude. That's going to be sick.
Trying to think of anybody else. We got Toad. Are there any big Mario characters? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of Mario characters, but I'm thinking of...
they had the Shy Guys in there.
Oh, dude, when the Shy Guys showed up, that was sick.
Dry Bones, the Koopas,
yeah.
All kinds of...
There's a whole blue turtle shell scene.
Yeah, that was sick.
There's just I don't know. It was just beautiful.
And that's what I'm talking about, it being accurate, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But when he turns into the blue turtle shell with wings and then he swirls around them.
Yeah.
It's just so accurate, dude.
It was beautiful. They had an eel in there from Koopa Cape, dude. I mean, they got everything. So definitely go watch this movie. I highly recommend. We both highly recommend it. BoomShot, highly recommend.
Go watch. I hope they've already watched it.
Yeah, I hope you've already watched it. That's a good point. But if you've watched our other movie reviews, you know that we're not always glaring about movies. So it's not a rare sight, but this is you know we're being genuine. We don't just fluff up movies for no reason. So definitely go give it a watch and let us know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.